Your phone is at 5% battery. You need a ride home. You open the app, see the price, and tap confirm without thinking. That wasn't an accident. The app knew your battery was at 5%. It knew you were about to panic, and it priced accordingly. This is called surveillance pricing, and it's happening right now on every app on your phone. Once you understand how it works, you will never look at a price tag the same way again. Today we're going to walk through exactly how apps read your device, your battery, your phone model, your location, and use that data to charge you more. We'll look at the real experiments that proved it, and the lawsuits that followed. And at the end, I'll give you 5 specific things you can do right now to fight back. First, let's define what we're actually talking about. Traditional dynamic pricing adjusts prices based on supply and demand. More riders than drivers, price goes up. That's annoying, but it's at least logical. Surveillance pricing is different. Surveillance pricing targets you specifically. Your battery level, your device model, your past behavior, your exact location. It's not adjusting for the market, it's adjusting for you. In 2024, NYU law professor Oren Bar-Gil defined surveillance pricing as algorithmic price discrimination fed by big data. The algorithm walks down the demand curve, finding the exact maximum price each individual consumer will pay. The goal is to capture every dollar of consumer surplus, meaning every extra dollar you would have been willing to spend, they want it. Now here's where it gets genuinely unsettling. In May 2016, Uber's former head of economic research, Keith Chen from UCLA, went on NPR's Hidden Brain podcast, and he described something that should have been bigger news. Mobile apps can read your phone's battery level while running in the background. When your phone drops into low power mode, the app registers that signal instantly. Chen's data showed that users with nearly dead batteries were accepting surge pricing of up to 9.9 times the normal fare. 9.9 times. Why? Because their brain was doing one calculation. If my phone dies, I cannot get home at all. The fear of going offline completely overrides price sensitivity. Behavioral economics calls this low battery anxiety, or LBA. A 2016 LG Electronics study found that roughly 90% of smartphone users feel panic when their battery drops to 20% or below. That's not a coincidence. That's a product feature. What makes this even more exploitable is that the anxiety doesn't scale linearly. According to a 2022 IEEE academic study, battery anxiety is actually exponential. Between 40% and 50% battery, barely any anxiety at all. Between 20% and 30%, anxiety spikes suddenly. Below 20%, rational decision-making collapses. The algorithm doesn't care about your feelings. It just reads that low power mode signal and knows exactly where you are on that curve, and it prices accordingly. There's another layer here that Keith Chen revealed. Consumers are more likely to accept a price increase of 2.1x than 2.0x, because a round number looks like someone just made it up, but 2.1x looks like math, like an algorithm that just runs the numbers. It creates the illusion of fairness. U.S. rideshare platforms are about 60% cheaper than taxis on average, so even at 2.1x surge, consumers often feel they are still ahead. Now let's get to the hard evidence. In 2023, Belgian newspaper La Dernière Heure ran an independent test in Brussels. 2 phones, same starting location, same destination, same second of the request. 1 phone, 84% battery. The other, 12% battery. The high battery phone got a price of €16.60. The low battery phone got a price of €17.56. That's a 5.78% premium for the exact same ride, charged to the person who needed it most urgently. Uber said the difference was due to millisecond fluctuations in supply and demand. Maybe, but the pattern is there. And it's not just your battery level. Your device itself is a data point. In June 2012, the Wall Street Journal published a landmark report on Orbitz. Orbitz was showing Mac users more expensive hotels than Windows users for the same search. Their internal data showed that Mac users spent an average of $20 to $30 more per night on hotel bookings. A Forrester research analysis found that Mac owners had average household incomes of $98, $560, compared to $74, $452 for Windows PC owners. Orbitz wasn't discriminating by taste. It was discriminating by inferred income. A 2017 academic study confirmed that iOS users show significantly higher willingness to pay for in-app purchases compared to Android users. This data now feeds directly into retail and service platform algorithms as a segmentation input. Here's the part that doesn't get enough attention. The same algorithmic system that squeezes consumers is also squeezing drivers. In June 2025, Oxford University published a landmark study at the FACCT conference. Researchers analyzed 1.5 million trips from 258 UK Uber drivers using legal data requests under GDPR. Before Uber's AI pricing algorithm, drivers earned an average of £22.20 per hour before expenses. After the algorithm change, £19.06. After accounting for fuel, insurance, and vehicle depreciation, many drivers fell below the UK minimum wage. 82% of long-tenure drivers saw permanent income losses. And here's the mechanism. Before AI pricing, Uber's commission rate was fixed at 25%. After the dynamic AI system launched, the median commission climbed to 29%, and in some trips exceeded 50%. The more the app charged the passenger, the more the platform kept, and the less went to the driver. Uber's global take rate went from 20% in Q4 2021 to 30% by Q4 2024. The passenger pays more, the driver earns less, the platform collects the difference. And now the lawsuits are catching up. On April 22, 2026, a class action lawsuit was filed against JetBlue Airways in the Eastern District of New York. A New York resident noticed his airfare jumped $230 in a single day while browsing the same route. What triggered the case? A JetBlue social media account told a user to clear browser cookies or use incognito mode. That post was deleted. But screenshots don't disappear. The lawsuit alleges JetBlue used third-party trackers to monitor users and adjust prices based on browsing behavior and device type. The complaint alleges violations of the Federal Electronic Communications Privacy Act and New York Consumer Protection Law. Meanwhile, the RealPage antitrust case has resulted in total settlements approaching $360 million. In March 2026, the U.S. House Oversight Committee opened a formal congressional investigation. The FTC launched its own investigation in July 2024. And published a research summary in January 2025. The algorithm has a file on you. Now the government is opening one on the algorithm. Legislatures are starting to respond. In November 2025, New York passed the Algorithmic Pricing Disclosure Act. California AB 325, effective January 1st, 2026, banned competitors from using shared pricing algorithms. Connecticut banned automated revenue management software in housing. Maryland became the first state to ban surveillance pricing outright in certain sectors. Tennessee updated its Consumer Protection Act effective July 1, 2026, defining personalized algorithmic pricing as a deceptive trade practice. This is a legal landscape that didn't exist 2 years ago, and it's moving fast. So what do you actually do about this? 5 things. Specific, evidence-based, and free. Number 1, keep your phone charged above 30% before any booking or purchase. That's your first line of defense against low battery anxiety pricing. Number 2, clear your cookies and cache before searching for flights, hotels, or rides, or just use incognito. Number 3, disable location services for shopping and booking apps. Number 4, use tracking-free browser settings or enhanced tracking protection. Number 5, cross-check prices from a different device or VPN. None of these are perfect, but these tools make you a harder target. Here's the bigger picture. The technology itself isn't inherently evil. The same battery level sensing used to raise Uber prices during panic is also used in EV charging networks to lower prices when supply is high. The math is neutral. The purpose is not. When the goal is efficiency, dynamic pricing is a tool. When the goal is to capture your panic, it's a trap. The next time an app shows you a price, ask yourself, does this app know something about me right now that I'm not accounting for? Because it probably does. Your battery level, your device model, how long you've been on the page, whether you've searched this route before. The algorithm has your file, now you have its playbook. If this changed how you think about pricing, subscribe. This channel exists to translate the financial systems that affect your life into language you can actually use.